warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Today my friend and I would like to presentation about some journal that me and my friend had written. This journal is talking about SAFI learning model, somatic, auditory, visual, intellectual, based on animation video to improve student critical thinking power. Before we start to presentation about the topic, we would like to introduce our group member. The first, my name is Abi Alfianda. My ID number is 2000754, and the rest of member is Listia Septiani. Her ID number is 2006222. Next, Mawar Vita Octavia. His ID number is 2006912. Fadel Askadira. His ID number is 2006097. Adi Fabungkas, her ID number is 2003627. Tiffany Desmita Arianti, his ID number is 2004723. And the last, Kenanga Rahma Sadikin, her ID number is 2007404. I would like to explain about abstract. Abstract in this article explain that the ability to think critically becomes a very important competition in entering life in this era globalization. In this era globalization, qualified human resources are needs that are able to think critically and creatively. In the current era of globalization, students are expected to have skills that include creativity and innovation, communication and collaboration, the ability to research and literate information, critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making, digital citizenship, and the concept of operation of technology. Reality shows that the critical thinking skill of Indonesian students are still low. Therefore, SAFI learning model, somatic, auditory, visual, intellectual, based on animation video is expected to increase student critical thinking power in Indonesia.
I will explain the introduction which content nations such as the learning model SAFI, which is a learning model which emphasizes that learning must take advantage of all the sensory tools that students have. Furthermore, multimedia technology is a technique for processing a number of information in the form of a combination of data such as video, animation, etc., and can be stored, sent, etc. In this sophistication, we use animated video, which is a moving image that has been arranged according to the order which contain interesting objects such as humans, trees, animals, etc. With this, we hope that students can think critically. Critical thinking is a way of thinking that is clear, rational, what to do or do, where critical thinking must think very logical matter and make sense for himself and others. Thank you.
Next, I will explain the research method of literature review or literature study, which contains theoretical theories that are relevant to research problem. The problem in this study is to determine SAFI learning model based on video animation to improve student critical thinking power. In this section, an assessment of the concept and theories used is based on the available literature, especially from articles published in various scientific journals. Literature review serves to build concepts or theories on which to base study in research. Literature review or literature study is an activity that is required in research, especially academic research whose main objective is to develop theoretical aspect as well as aspect of practical benefit, so that by using this research method, the writer can easily solve the problem to be studied.
Thank you, Mawar, for your your explanation about the method we used. Then I will to explain about the finding and result we get. The SAFI learning model is learning that emphasizes that learning must take advantage of all the sense that students have. Learning must be with the concentration of the mind that is continuously trained through the activity of reasoning, investigating, identifying, discovering, creating, controlling, problem solving, and applying. As for the method of implementing the SAFI method that can be applied by teacher, which was conveyed by Huda in 2013 on page 284, namely, first, to generate a fully integrated student intelligence through combining psycho movement with intellectual activity. Second, students do not forget easily because students build their own knowledge. Third, the atmosphere in the learning process is fun because students feel cared for so they don't get bored quickly to learn. Fourth, fostering cooperation because students who are smarter are expected to be able to help students who are less intelligent. Fifth, creating a better, more interesting and effective learning atmosphere. Sixth, able to arouse creativity and improve students' psychomotor abilities. 7. Train students to get used to thinking and expressing opinion and dare to explain the answer. And lastly, 8. This learning model is a suitable variation for a learning style. Thanks for the opportunity. Next will be explained by my friend Fadlan.
Okay, thank you Adi for your explanation about SAFI learning method in paragraph 1. And I will explain about technology innovation and critical thinking in paragraph 2 and 3. In the era of globalization, technology has become increasingly sophisticated. Technology can be used to support learning in world of education. The existence of a digital world in the world of education also has an influence on the interaction pattern of teacher and student. Therefore, video animation as a product of the advancement of technology and be used for learning material that serve to improve student critical thinking power. So we can conclude that animated video is a medium that combines audio and visual media to attract the attention of students. It's able to present objects in detail and can help understand difficult lessons. Critical thinking is a cognitive ability that a person has to achieve a path in solving his problem. According to Angelo, critical thinking is applying rational, highly critical thinking activities which includes analyzing, synthesizing, recognizing problems and solving them, concluding and evaluating. Thanks for the opportunity. Next will be explained by my friend Tiffany.
Thank you, Padlan. Okay, in the next section, we present the opinion of the psychologist as well as an educational expert from Harvard University who states the human have multiple intelligence is one of the cognitive intelligences that need to be improved. The animated video based savvy learning can uh, improve student critical thinking because according to Howard Gardner, the formation and improvement of critical thinking skill in student is influenced by several factors. One of them is interest and external. Savvy models that utilize skill all five human senses will be greatly achieved when supported by animated video. Animated video can be attract a student interest so that the learning process presented to hone student critical thinking power can be carried out well, then the indicators of critical thinking in the study can be achieved.
And lastly, I will convey the conclusion.
animated video-based Savvy learning model can improve student critical thinking because to form and improve intelligence. Especially student critical thinking is influenced by several factors. One of the factors is the interest and influence from external. We can associate this right with the Savvy learning model. The animated video that is present include the Savvy learning model, where animated videos can be accessed by the five senses of students. Students can watch animated videos with their sense of sight and hearing. Students can solve a problem that is present using their intellectual abilities, and students can use their sense of motion to predict or present the result of the problem they have solved.